You may have heard this before. I was in the kitchen putting away groceries, minding my own business, and I started having some thoughts racing through my head. And yes, the world started spinning all around me. Suddenly, I felt like I couldn't breathe or I was breathing too much. I'm not even sure. I was having a panic attack and I didn't know why. I was in my late 40s. Yeah, I found out it was related to perimenopause. I found that out much later. So you might not know the connection between menopause and anxiety either. So as I've been working with this field, I realized anxiety is actually a very common symptom of menopause, especially in perimenopause. And when it happened to me, I didn't know why, so I want to make sure women know about this. So I had this panic attack in the kitchen when I was putting away groceries. It just hit me suddenly. Racing thoughts started going on. I've heard other women say they have weird thoughts, and not everyone does, but yeah, that can be a thing. And it seems like it might be more common in perimenopause. And then these wild thoughts lead to anxiety. Some people just have anxiety and panic attacks anyways. Sometimes it's because they're worried about hot flashes and being embarrassed and you don't know when one's going to come on. So there's all kinds of reasons. We have the hormonal changes that are going on, physical symptoms that could be happening. I mean, lack of sleep, the hot flashes, stresses in life can all contribute to anxiety and menopause. The hormonal changes that we're undergoing can actually affect your brain chemistry, and brain chemistry has to do with your emotions, including anxiety. So you might even have something like the fear of aging, lack of social support, not being able to get answers from your doctor. All of these kind of things can be contributing to anxiety. Your brain chemistry, right? It's like your hormones and your brain chemistry, it's all linked. It's all linked. And that could be causing you to feel anxiety if it seems like it's for no reason at all. It is for a reason. You have biochemical processes going on in your body, and that's creating all of these symptoms, including anxiety. So usually women try pharmaceuticals, supplements. Some women try everything and still don't find relief. So what can you do? Well, the work that I do is I work with women and do mind-body practices. I also help you regulate your hormones by removing toxins from your environment, from your food, from your cleaning products. And what do I mean by toxins? I mean, remove questionable ingredients that could be disruptive to your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is the system in your body that produces hormones and regulates hormones. So it produces all different hormones and they all work together in different ways. So if you are putting chemicals into your body or they're in your environment that could be disrupting that endocrine system, it could be making your menopause symptoms worse, including anxiety. So that's what you can do. I use the mind-body methods to use mindfulness, which can promote relaxation, alleviate stress, and also alleviate anxiety. So we feel what we feel for a reason, right? Our emotions aren't just there to mess with us, to mess with our head. And that anxiety that you're feeling is sending you a message to do something different. Now, like I said, a lot of women are going to try the supplements or medications, but what if you don't need those? I stopped the anxiety with these mind-body practices. I've done meditation since I was in my 20s, and I've learned more and more techniques over the years, and I've gone deeper and deeper. I also looked at some studies and I didn't do this at the time. At the time, I didn't even know that what I was experiencing had anything to do with menopause or perimenopause. I really thought menopause was just your period stops. and maybe you have hot flashes. Some people do, some people don't. I didn't really know about perimenopause, where you start skipping periods randomly here and there. And I definitely didn't know. Well, the only thing I did know about perimenopause when at some point was that you might skip a period, because that happened too. That was even earlier. But when this anxiety and these wild thoughts were going on, I had no idea that that was part of a menopause experience at all. Not until a few years later. So I just thought, okay, something's going on with me. And I used the meditation and mindfulness practices that I already knew, and they worked. So later, when I realized that it did have to do with perimenopause, that's when I decided to start working with women and teaching women how to do this for themselves. And now that I know that it's related, I feel like I got results so much faster. And I would have definitely, kept it up, because I didn't. I stopped again. So I stopped the anxiety with these mind-body practices. And now that I know that it's totally related to menopause and perimenopause, I have been developing the system that specifically addresses the anxiety that comes along with menopause and perimenopause. And I've also found that these processes actually can help you with the physical symptoms as well. So that's bonus, right? And you can use it too. So if you want to get off the emotional roller coaster, you want to enjoy a fulfilling, productive life again, you want more energy, so you don't have to feel like you're dragging yourself out of bed and barely getting by. You can actually get back to your old self or someone even better. Then check out my hormonal harmony quest and connect with me with my VIP Insider.